Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. क्या क्या हुआ था अफशा? ऑनलाइन पढ़ाई हुई थी घर पे। अच्छा, ऑनलाइन पढ़ाई हुई थी। वेरी नाइस। और कहीं बाहर गए थे या अभी भी बाहर नहीं जा रहे आप लोग? आप जा रहे हो बाहर या नहीं? नो गुड। और घर पे मास्क पहनते हो? यस या वेरी गुड वेरी गुड। अफरोज आप भी पहनते हो घर पे मास्क?
मास्क चाहिए मैम, चाहिए मास्क।
नाइस, वेरी नाइस। ओके, वेरी गुड, वंडरफुल अफशा, वंडरफुल। या और अफरोज आपके घर में भी सब मास्क पहनते हैं?
अरे मैम,
वेरी गुड। Shall we wait, Rakhi, a little bit more?
मैम।
Yes. Oh, nice, very nice. बहुत अच्छा मास्क है, बहुत अच्छा मास्क है अफरोज, बहुत सुंदर मास्क है। Very, बहुत अच्छा, very nice, beautiful. Okay, थोड़ा और वेट करते हैं. We'll wait for maybe 2-3 more minutes. Okay, let's see who joins. Rakhi, Harsh is not joining nowadays. Harsh is busy. Oh, very nice, Afsha. Very nice mask. Beautiful. Afsha, what is this print on your mask? What is this? Is it flowers? Yes. Beautiful. What color? What color is the flower? Are the flowers, Afsha? Black. And the flowers? Golden, yes. Beautiful. Very nice. Very nice flowers. Beautiful mask. Yeah, what is this, Afsha? Nice. Okay. Beautiful. Pen holder, nice. Pen holder. मेरे टेबल पे क्या है? ये क्या है? ये क्या है?
Watch.
Clock. Clock, yes. Watch, very nice. Aditya, what's on your table?
I have.
Let's see if Akshay can guess.
Okay, I have. Give me a sec. I have this on my table. Afsha, do you know what this is? Yeah, a book. How about I have this on my table. Do you know what this is? It's a calculator. So if I want to add big numbers together or look at a graph, I use this. So.
Let me show you one thing on my table. Okay. What is this? On my table.
Sorry.
ये क्या है? देखो.
Very
Yeah. Well, very nice. Very nice. Okay, who has joined? Let's see who has joined us. Who has? Vansh. Hi, Vansh.
Hi.
How are you? Good morning. How are you?
मैम पिछले क्लास में
हाँ फिर से बोलो अफशा। Okay, okay. Now let's start. Shall we start for today?
Okay.
Okay, let's start. Aditya, can you go ahead and start?
So today we'll be learning about the past, present, and future. Can you guys read this sentence? Anybody? Afsha, do you want to read this word that I'm circling? You're muted. Past, yeah. Present, yeah. And then what about this? What was that? Future, yeah. Afroz, can you try reading this first word?
Past, present, future, and future.
Future.
Yeah. And you, Vansh? Vansh, can you read these three words?
नहीं?
No.
Future.
Yeah. So this is past or past, present, and future. So let's look at what these words mean.
मैं हिंदी में समझाती हूँ. Past, present, and future. Past वो चीज़ होती है जो कल हुई थी या पहले हुई थी. Present वो चीज है जो अभी हो रही है. जैसे अभी तुम क्लास ले रही हैं प्रेजेंट में. फ्यूचर जो चीज कल हुई थी, ठीक है, या कल के बाद होगी. ओके, लेट्स गो अहेड आदित्य.
So before I explain what the past is, would anyone like to try to explain what it is if they know? Afsha, do you know what the past is?
ट्राई करो अफशा. पास्ट का मतलब क्या होता है? पास्ट हिंदी में बोल सकते हो. यस, जो कल हुआ था, जो उससे पहले हुआ था.
Yeah. So Afroz, can you read this and this? The past is, can you read this?
Might be hard.
Okay, that's fine. So I'll read it. Oh, Afroz, you can try.
Jesus. And then that nothing do down.
Yeah. So the past simply is actions that happen before now. So that can be anything. It can be something from 10 years ago, or it could be something from an hour ago. But those are both still in the past because those are actions that happened before now. So an example is,
So past का मतलब होता है past. Past is an English word. उसका मतलब होता है जो चीज अभी से पहले हुई है. मतलब या वो कल हुई थी, या वो परसों हुई थी, या वो एक हफ्ते पहले हुई थी, या वो एक साल पहले हुई थी, या वो 10 साल पहले हुई थी. Past meaning वो चीज जो पहले हुई थी. ओके? Let's go ahead, Aditya.
So an example is when the telephone was invented is in the past because it was an action that happened before now. The telephone was invented a long time ago. So it's in the past because it's an action that happened before now. Afsha, can you think of something in the past? It can be anything.
Afsha, try करो. कुछ भी hint. What, Afsha? Okay. Yes. Correct.
Afros, can you think of an example that's the past?
Afroz, try करो.
Well-
Past में.
Well, okay,
Sorry.
phone. Phone.
What was that?
Okay, phone.
Phone, telephone.
When the telephone? I'm trying to ask, can you think of something that happened in the past? It can be anything.
अफरोज, आप कुछ ऐसा सोचो जो आपकी लाइफ में जो थोड़ा पिछले हफ्ते कुछ किया था आपने. पिछले हफ्ते क्या किया आपने? हिंदी में भी बोल सकते हो, फिर उसको इंग्लिश में बोलिए. पिछले हफ्ते मंडे या ट्यूसडे, वेडनेसडे, थर्सडे कुछ किया था आपने?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
नहीं.
Oh, okay, it's fine. So Afroz, you can think about when you woke up. When you woke up is in the past because it's an action that happened before right now.
Right now.
So we're
जैसे
thinking about something that happened before now.
Yeah.
Teacher.
I am past play.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
You try.
Play. Play.
Past play.
Play.
पिछले हफ्ते खेती.
Okay. Very good, Afsha. Vansh, you try. आप try करो, Vansh.
Play.
Past.
Past. Play. 30.
फिर से try
Pa-
करो, Vansh.
Play. Scooter. Play. 30.
Okay.
You
Okay.
played
Very
something?
Played? You played something? कुछ खेला था? Okay. Let's move to the next.
Okay. So now let's look at the present. So again, would anyone like to try to explain what the present is?
अच्छा, try करो. Present का मतलब क्या होता है? Present. हिंदी में भी try बोल सकते हो आप. Aditya, आज हुआ? Yes. Correct. Aditya, go ahead. Akshay said it. जो आज हुआ.
Yeah. So the present simply is actions that are happening now. So let's look at an example. The example is you guys are reading the screen, which is in the present because it is an action that is happening right now. All of you guys are looking and reading at the screen. So it's an action that's happening in the present because it's happening right now.
Okay. Afroz, present का मतलब ये होता है. Vansh, Afsha, present means जो चीज अभी हो रही है, right now. अभी. तो अभी क्या हो रहा है? Afroz, अभी हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? अभी क्या?
क्लास चल रही है.
पास लगी
पढ़ाई
यस पढ़ाई वो चीज अभी प्रेजेंट में हो रही है ठीक है प्रेजेंट का मतलब होता है जो एक्शन अभी हो रहा है ओके गुड आदि यू कैन गो ऑन
So, now we're going to be talking about the future. So again, anyone would like to try and explain what the future is?
यू वांट टू ट्राई फ्यूचर का क्या मतलब होता है वंश ट्राई करना चाहते हो और आप हिंदी में भी बोल सकते हो
फ्यूचर अब
फ्यूचर में
राइट अफशर ने बिल्कुल ठीक बोला आने वाले कल में हम क्या करेंगे एब्सोल्युटली वेरी गुड अफशा फ्यूचर मीन्स आने वाला कल अभी नहीं पहले नहीं कल गो अहेड आदित्य
Okay, so the future is actions that are going to happen or will happen in the after right now. So, for example, you guys will eat lunch. So the action of eating lunch is in the future because it's an action that's going to happen. It hasn't happened yet, but it will happen. So that means it's in the future.
by eating
कोई वंश आप ट्राई करो फ्यूचर में इस मीटिंग के बाद क्या करने वाले हो आप ये क्लास के बाद क्या करोगे जब ये क्लास खत्म हो जाती है क्या करोगे अफरोज या अफशा वंश कोई भी ट्राई करो
अगली क्लास लेंगे
क्या करोगे अफशा
अगली क्लास लेंगे
अगली क्लास लेंगे सो वो फ्यूचर में होने वाला है वो अभी नहीं है वो कुछ घंटों के बाद होने वाला है जो चीज बाद में होगी उसको फ्यूचर कहते हैं वी कैन गो अहेड आदित्य
फ्यूचर में
Oh, okay. Yeah, for us. So now, if you remember what we were doing last week and the week before, we were looking at verbs. So we've been learning about past, present, and future. But how do past, present, and future relate to verbs? And a quick reminder is that verbs are words that describe action. Example, swim, run, and walk. These are all actions that your body does. So they're verbs. But now we know that verbs change depending on when the action you were talking about happens. So if you're talking about how you swam with your friends last week, you're talking about the present. So the verb swim changes to swam because you were talking about the past, sorry. You're talking about the past. However,
So,
if you, yeah.
I will go ahead and explain this. अभी हमने past, present और future के बारे में बात की थी पर ये जो past, present और future है ये किस तरह के इंग्लिश वर्ड्स में यूज होता है और वो यूज होता है वर्ब अब कोई मुझे बता सकता है किसी को याद है लास्ट की क्लास हमने किया था लास्ट क्लास में वर्ब क्या होता है वर्ब अच्छा या अफरोज या वर्ब क्या चीज किस तरह का वर्ड होता है उसको उसमें क्या क्या पता एक्शन एक्शन तो जैसे अभी हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं वो एक एक्शन है यस सो ये पास्ट प्रेजेंट एंड फ्यूचर वर्ब्स के लिए होता है और वर्ब्स करते हैं एक्शन और ये एक्शन जो हम करते हैं जो वर्ब होता है एक्शन जो हम कुछ काम करते हैं वो हम पास्ट में कर सकते हैं, या वो हम प्रेजेंट में कर सकते हैं, या वो हम फ्यूचर में कर सकते हैं. Okay, let's go to the
Okay, so let's look at some of the verbs in the past. So so when everybody is talking, I can't really understand. So if you're not talking, can you just try to mute, because then it's easier to understand someone.
Aditya, now you unmute yourself.
Okay. So does anybody want to volunteer to read these 5 words? Afros, can you read this first word?
Past.
Past. Yeah, and right under it.
Ocean. Is there. Rama.
Swam.
And Kaiwe. Wadege.
Yeah, let's try to have one person reading each section, Afsha. So Afsha, you can read this next one. Can you read this?
Sing, do, sing, run, walk.
Walk. Yeah. And Vansh, can you read these future words? I think you're muted, Vansh.
वंश अनम्यूट करके बोलिए.
Yeah.
बोलो वंश, कोशिश करो.
आने वाला साल.
क्या लिखा है देख के बोलिए.
It's fine. I can read it. So when the verbs you want to use are in the future, basically what you'll do is you'll take the present form of the verb and just add will in front of it. So you see how this is sing and this is will sing. This is do. This is will do. This is swim, will swim, run, will run, walk, will walk. The future is basically just taking the present verb and adding will. Right? So now we see that for the same, if you're trying to talk about singing, for the same action, depending on if you're talking in the past, present, or future, the word you actually uses change. So if you want to talk about someone singing in the present, you'll use sings. But if you want to talk about you singing in the past, you use sang. And if you want to talk about you singing in the future, you say will sing. So we can practice. First, yeah.
Let's practice. Afsha, आपके साथ start करते, okay? We'll start with Afsha. Go ahead, Aditya.
So the activity we'll be doing is that I'll give you a sentence, and then you have to tell me whether it's in the past, it's in the present, or it's in the future. Okay? So let's look at this first sentence. Afsha, can you read this sentence? Yeah, good. I walked to the park with my mom. So now you have to tell me, is this sentence talking about an action that happened in the past, in the present, or in the future?
अफशा, ये जो सेंटेंस है, अफशा एक बात बताओ, इस सेंटेंस में एक्शन कौन सा है? कौन सा काम हो रहा है इस सेंटेंस में? क्या पार्क एक्शन है या मॉम एक्शन है या आई एक्शन है? एक्शन कौन सा है? Which word is the action?
Mom.
No, mom is not an action. Mom is a noun.
Bye.
Action. Huh?
Bye.
Walked. Walked. Chalna. Park is not an action. Park is a noun. Walked. Walked is an action. ठीक है? क्योंकि walked means आप कोई काम कर रहे हो. ठीक है? Walked. Walked is action. आप जब कुछ करते हो वो action होता है. So walked. Is walked past or is it present or is it future? ये जो sentence है ये आपको पहले की चीज बता रहा है या आज अभी के बारे में बता रहे हैं या कल के बारे में बता रहे हैं?
पाँच
अभी के बारे में नहीं बता रहा आपसे. और कोई ट्राई करो. अफरोज आप ट्राई करो. ये जो सेंटेंस है ये आपको अभी के बारे में बता हाँ.
कल
या
आज कल आज
Yeah, yeah. It's in the past. Yes, of course. So,
yes.
so let's look at why. So when you see walked, walked is a past form of walk. So when you add this ed, it usually means the past. So if we took away this ed, right, and it's gone, so it's just I walked to the park with my mom, then it's the present. But when you add this ed, it becomes the past, and you're talking about a day that already happened. Okay?
So ऐसे बहुत वर्ड्स हैं, एक्शन वर्ड्स, अगर आप उनके साथ ई और डी लगा दो तो वो पहले के बारे में बताता है, पिछले के बारे में. ठीक है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल टॉक. आई एम टॉकिंग. टॉक मतलब अभी हो रहा है, पर अगर मैं उसके साथ ई डी लगा दूं टॉक्ड तो मतलब मैंने पहले बात की थी. ओके? ई डी के साथ बहुत सारे वर्ड्स ऐसे हैं जो पहले के बारे में आपको बताएंगे. ठीक है? लेट्स गो.
Yeah. So let's look at this next sentence. Afroz, can you read this next sentence? Just read. Afroz.
four sing with means tomorrow.
Yeah. So,
Very good.
so I will go sing with my friends tomorrow. So now that you've read that, Afroz, do you think this sentence is asking about an action that is in the past, the present, or the future? Afroz?
अफरोज एक बात बताओ, इस सेंटेंस में एक्शन क्या है? कौन सा काम हो रहा है इस सेंटेंस में? कर क्या रहे हैं ये सेंटेंस में? क्या फ्रेंड्स का काम, कौन सा काम हो रहा है अफरोज? सिंग काम हो रहा है. सिंग इज एक्शन. सो अफरोज अगर कोई बोले आई विल सिंग तो वो काम जो है सिंगिंग का, वो काम पहले हो रहा था या वो अभी के बारे में बता रहा है, या जब विल सिंग बोलते हैं वो कल के बारे में, फ्यूचर के बारे में बता रहा है? आप मुझे बताओ, ट्राई करो.
काम पहले हो रहा था.
Instant. Instant.
No, it's actually
Tomorrow.
Afros, you're right. It's the future.
Okay.
It's the future. Because remember what I showed you on the last slide? You see this will, it usually means you're talking about the future. And then you also see this tomorrow right here. When you see this tomorrow, that's talking about the future as well. So the sentence is talking about an action that's happening tomorrow, which is in the future. So the answer is future. Let's look at this third sentence. Does anybody want to read? Afsha, you're muted.
Vansh? Let's see. Vansh, you want to try? Try करना चाहते हो? Yes.
The piano. Do you guys know what a piano is?
Let me show you. मैं आपको piano दिखाती हूँ. हाँ, एक मिनट. रुक जाओ, मैं आपको piano दिखाती हूँ. देखो. Piano. मेरे screen से दिख रहा है आपको? Adi, can you see? नहीं दिख रहा अभी?
No, we just see the door.
Okay, let's see. You see?
नहीं
दिख रहा है?
Step back and
present.
yeah,
Adi,
Afros,
can
that's
you-
right. Yeah, tilt it down a little more.
Yes, Dita.
Yeah, so that's a piano. It has the keys, and when you press those little white and black buttons, they make a sound. Yeah, so that's what a piano is. So now let's go back to the sentence. I am playing the piano. Is this talking about an action that's in the past, present, or future? Bunch, can you try? Is this a third sentence? Is it talking about an action? No, Afsha, it's not the past. Nope. No, it's not the past. Think again.
Future.
No, not the future because there's no will or anything. Yeah, so I guess it has to be the present, right? But let's look at why. So it would be the past if it said, I played the piano. Or it would be the future if it was, I will play the piano. But this sentence is saying, I am playing the piano. So that means it's talking about an action that's happening right now. Right now, you were playing that piano. And remember, when we're talking about actions that are happening right now, we're talking about the present. So the answer is present because it's an action that's happening right now.
So remember हमने बोला था कि जब action word में e और d लगा दो तो past में हो जाता है. अगर will लगा दो तो future में हो जाता है. पर अगर ing लगा दो ing वो present में अभी हो रहा है. So I am playing the piano. I am talking in this class. I am showing you the piano. ये सब अभी हो रहा है. ing अभी. ed past. Will future. ठीक है? Will लगा दो तो future. Let's go ahead. Aditya.
Yeah, so we have a lot more. So let's look at this next one. I'll just read it. I cooked dinner last night. So read the sentence and think. is this sentence talking about an action that happened in the past, the
Wow.
present, or the future? Anybody? Yeah.
Past.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the past, right? Oh, Simran's here as well. Hi, Simran. Yeah. So there's two clues that tell you that it's the past. First,
Wow.
if we look at the verb right here, remember it has an E and D. So that
E.
means it's usually talking about the past.
Wow.
And we have last night.
Nice,
The
nice.
words last night tell us that it's something that happened last night. And last night is in the past. So that means the sentence has to be in the past.
So, remember, Aditya, do you think you could highlight ED or change its color so that it becomes a little bit more obvious? Or maybe just start circling ED. Okay. So, हमने याद है हमने बोला था कि जब एक्शन वर्ड पे हम E और D लगा देते हैं ED वो मतलब ED हाँ past में हुई थी पहले हुई थी और देखो इस सेंटेंस में लास्ट का मतलब क्या होता है लास्ट नाइट मतलब पिछले कल लास्ट नाइट कल की रात में हुआ था सो मैंने खाना कुक्ड कल रात को बनाया था दैट मीन्स मैंने पास्ट में किया था ओके पास्ट लेट्स गो अहेड
Okay. So here, I'll read this sentence. I enjoy playing football. Okay. So remember the clues that I gave you? And see, is this talking about an action in the past, present, or future?
Future.
Not the future. Afsha, the future will have the will. But
will
in this sentence, there's no will, so it's not talking about the future. Anybody else want to try?
Simran, you try present
Yeah, present. That's right,
know.
Simran.
आने वाली दाल. Oh.
And we know that it's the present because look at this ing.
And
If you have the ing at the end of the verb, it's usually talking about present. So
तो आपको एक चीज तो समझ आ सकती है जब हम वर्ड में आईएनजी देखते हैं प्लेइंग यहाँ पे एक्शन वर्ड है प्ले राइट जो हम खेलते हैं प्ले अगर उसमें आईएनजी लगा हुआ है मतलब वो अभी हो रहा है अभी के टाइम पे सो इट इज प्रेजेंट ओके प्रेजेंट मीन्स जो अभी हो रहा है
oh
Okay.
one sec. Let me do that. Okay. So answer is present because of this ing, you see? Here, I'll just leave the annotations on for here too. Okay, so now let's read this sentence. I did my work last night. Okay, so read this sentence and now think, is this talking about an action that happened in the past, present, or future?
Future.
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 Not the future. It's not the future.
Vansh, you want to try? I did my work last night. Last night.
Right.
Past.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's the past. Remember guys, look at this. The last night.
Wow.
Last night is talking about something in the past. So even though there's no ed, there's still a last night. Try. Oh, what just happened?
Aditya, hello.
Yeah.
After 4 minutes, we have to end it our session
Okay.
because
You do.
time is 9:46.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am?
Yeah. So Aditya,
Okay.
one word. Let us give one word, and somebody can tell me whether it is past or present or future. So the verb is talk. Talk. Right? So can somebody tell me what is the past of talk? Talk को अगर हमें इस वर्ब को पास्ट टेंस में लेके जाना है, मतलब कि कल मैंने बात की थी, सो उसमें हम क्या, टॉक का पास्ट क्या होता है? टॉक, सिमरन आप ट्राई करो, टॉक का पास्ट फॉर्म क्या होता है? टॉक्ड. आदित्य, विल यू राइट इट? टॉक्ड. ईडी लगा दिया हमने और वो पास्ट का बन गया. ओके, अक्षा, आप टॉक का फ्यूचर बता सकते हो? क्या हम ऐड करेंगे, क्या लगाएंगे जिससे हम टॉक को फ्यूचर में, जैसे मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ मैं कल बात करूंगी, टॉक का फ्यूचर क्या है? टॉक का एक वर्ड लगाना पड़ेगा हमारे को टॉक से पहले. Will, yes, I will talk. अगर will लगा दो मतलब वो कल के बारे में, फ्यूचर के बारे में. I will talk. And approach, yes, and approach, अगर मैं बोल रही हूँ कि मैं अभी बात कर रही हूँ, अभी, I am, क्या वर्ड होएगा वो? टॉक का क्या वर्ड होएगा? क्या लगाना पड़ेगा हमें कि अभी के बारे में, राइट नाउ, प्रेजेंट. हाँ, क्या होएगा वो? प्रेजेंट टॉक का प्रेजेंट क्या होएगा? क्या लगाना पड़ेगा हमारे को टॉक के साथ? कौन से 3 लेटर्स लगाने पड़ेंगे? देयर विल बी 3 लेटर्स. अगर मैं वो लगा दूं तो मतलब ing, yes, ing, मतलब टॉकिंग. I am talking right now. ओके, ओके, वंडरफुल. आप लोगों ने बहुत अच्छी तरह से पार्टिसिपेट किया और मुझे लग रहा है कि समझ भी आई है. थोड़ा सा ये टफ है, दिस इज अ टफ कॉन्सेप्ट, बट आप लोगों ने बहुत अच्छी तरह से पार्टिसिपेट किया. पर अभी तक मुझे किसी का होमवर्क नहीं मिला, ठीक है? किसी ने मुझे होमवर्क नहीं दिया. सिमरन ने नहीं दिया, अक्षा ने नहीं दिया, अफरोज ने नहीं दिया, वंश आपने नहीं दिया. तो अब मैं होमवर्क में आपको मुझे 5 सेंटेंसेस पास्ट के, ठीक है? 5 सेंटेंसेस पास्ट के मैं अभी साइराम ग्रुप में डालूंगी. मुझे 5 सेंटेंसेस पास्ट के, ठीक है? और मैं आपको हर दिन रिमाइंड करूंगी. Every day I will remind you for your homework. Okay? Okay? Yeah. Simran, what am I asking? Homework में मैं क्या मांग रही हूँ? What am I asking you? क्या देना है मुझे होमवर्क में? हाँ, 5 सेंटेंसेस और मुझे बताना है वो पास्ट है या प्रेजेंट है या फ्यूचर है. ओके? ओके,
Thank you.
थैंक यू आदित्य. हाँ, नहीं मत भूलना, जरूर अपने याद रखना, सुनना जरूर याद रखना. ओके, वंश याद रखो, अफरोज याद रखो, अक्षा आप भी याद रखो. ओके, so let's say thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you,
Bye.
Aditya. Thank you, Pooja, ma'am.
Thank you, Rocky. Bye.
Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.